But that is such a road to success that you're on, and it's very impressive to be that disciplined. I couldn't do it. I'm lazy. I'll just say that now.
Discipline? Cool. Very impressive. I'm really impressed with that. We have a question from Hair Raising Narratives. Gary's show. Are there any areas in your craft that you feel you still need improved on?
Yes. Several, as a matter of fact. But on those, I like to accentuate my strengths and, kind of hide my weaknesses on those. But definitely, there are things that I want to improve on that I'm figuring out ways to improve on.
Cool. I did that. Wow. Dang.
Quick screenshot that question.
Okay, so then Josie asked, well, we've got a lot of questions from the chat tonight. You are keeping people busy. Josie asks, also, how do you get into the headspace for some of the characters you do? You are definitely a character voice actor, and it amazes me. The discipline is admirable.
Thank you for the compliment. If I was 2 shades lighter, I'd be blushing right now.
Well, you are, so I mean, she speaks the truth.
So I love method actors. I love watching method actors like Joaquin Phoenix and Christian Bale on screen, So I try and emulate that. I try and, especially those rare times when I'm alone and it's just me in the box, and I can just go all out and I can get across the room and I can point at the mic and I can, say what the script tells me to say, or I can get in that headspace and be vulnerable and, be not as strong. Whatever the character demands, because my ultimate goal is to make each and every episode someone's favorite. I don't want it to sound like someone reading a newspaper with scary music in the background. Like, I want it to be theater for the mind.
Yes. That is, yes. I'm with you so 100% on that. Theater for the mind. Yeah.
That is amazing.
Indigo, do you have any questions?
Yes. So, Scary Show. For anyone who is looking to get into narrations and doing stories on YouTube or any other app, what is some advice you could give them?
The hardest part is just to do it. And you're not going to like your voice. You're not going to like the sound of your voice at first. But you know what? There's a million people out there that are going to like your voice. So just do it.
Good advice. Yeah. Yes, there's so many people that say that they don't like their voice. And everybody's like, it's great, you sound great. But it's like there's a study that says that you're like 20% more attractive to other people than you are to yourself. So like when you look in the mirror, you look at you see yourself as less. And I think it's kind of the same way with voice actors and their voices, narrators, that we don't think we sound good, but we're actually better than we think we are. Did any of that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
That was kind of a roundabout way.
Real quick before I forget, can I give some shout outs to some people out there?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I want to give shout outs in no particular order to Kira Gregory, Andrea Iverson, Justin T. Ord, Abby, Scott Denome, Justin Jaber, Anthony Hind, Dwayne and Rhonda Emberson, Gene Hicks, Sarah Dunn, Ash Hobson, João Octavia Moreira, Wesley Baker, Dominic Coate, Drew Baranowski, Aaron Macy, Jessica Lloyd Howell, Ariel Wilcox, Wendell Hong, Jason de Daragosa de Cerdo, Angela Thide, Howard Chan, Eric Fredrickson, Kathy Ataser, Mary Doffinger, Ava Teresa, and Miranda Lorraine. Thank you, and mahalo nui loa.
Wow. Mahalo. That's hello, isn't it?
It's more like a thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. I hope your friends get to hear this.
I'll make sure that they do.
Okay. I'm gonna to remind people, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed to the Nevermore Collective, don't forget to subscribe. So you'll get your
We're only
notifications.
9 away from 400.
Wow, that's awesome.
There are plenty of podcasts on this channel that everyone can enjoy. We got, of course, our show Grave Matters, and on Sundays the Nevermore Nerds come on.
And then there's some other shows that just kind of do the every so often shows. And there's one on cryptids, and I know there's another one. There was another gaming show. I don't remember what it was. But anyway, since we're talking about it, let's do the commercial. If you are thinking that you want to try something new and you're not sure if it would fit on your channel, you could come over here to the collective and we can either, do this, give you a shot as a single one-time thing, or we can set up a time for you to do a weekly show. It's, we do interview shows and video hosting and all kinds of stuff. And we can give you as much help on the technical side as you need. And it's a good place to test the waters. So, if you want to try something new, come over to the collective. We'll hook you up. And to get a hold of us, you can get a hold of As the Raven Dreams, 42 Reads, CCG, Wendigo, Sleeping Wendigo, me and Mina, myself, Derringer, and crap. It's gone. Derringer and his partner.
It's hard.
All right. So, yes. Have you ever had anything
Anyway, if you guys
supernatural
are
or
interested in trying something new,
spooky
give us a
happen to
shout.
you? We'll help you. We'll hook you up.
I had a
And that's
had a
why I
weird
don't do
experience
commercials off the-
that
off
to
the
this
cuff.
day I can't explain.
Yeah.
So when I was in Pearl Harbor and we were going under the Nimitz Highway.
Gosh.
Anyway.
I was in a car with about 4 other people, and we
Moving
saw
right along.
this lady across the street.
Oh,
And
hello
she was
to
walking towards
Furberries.
us because she had on a
Our purple
backpack.
berries here.
She had on pants,
Furbies.
a long sleeve shirt, ponytail. But none of us could see her face. And it was like the weirdest thing.
Damn it, now I
'cause
want
somebody
some
yells out,
gummy bears with
"Where's her
chocolate on 'em."
face?"
Oh, no.
And everybody's looking. We're all turning around.
Muddy
We
bears,
can't see
that's
her
what they're
face. We can see every other
Never
detail,
heard that
crystal
no.
clear. but there's no
They
face.
came out when Harry Potter
and it was
did.
like the freakiest 30 seconds ever.
Yeah.
You know?
That is very weird.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I've told this story before, and I said it's kind of like, for those of you that play video games, it's kind of like when you start a game and all the textures aren't quite rendered yet, and there's things missing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
It does seem that is very weird.
Yeah.
That would be scary to experience, just going by someone and then realize that it seems like they don't have a face.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. But that's pretty much the only thing that I've ever seen or experienced myself that I can't explain.
That's really creepy.
It is. So, Scary
Did
Show.
she
Yeah.
head down?
Yeah.
So, Scary Show, we have a joint question from Patience and Josie. They're wanting to know, is there anything you like to do before you start narrating or putting a video together?
I like to get
Like you have a
snacks.
ritual.
Yeah, I usually get snacks and something to drink. I guess that's pretty much it. Nothing really spectacular. I just get a little bit of a sugar rush and a caffeine buzz, and I get into it.
You don't have like any special clothes that you like to wear when narrating or anything?
No, because it's hot over here, so like half the time I'm shirtless. Huh?
Well, I ask because there are people that do that.
Yeah.
They're laughing at me.
See,
Because when I record,
refrain from the next comment.
Yeah, I do
That's
some
the
weird
side
things
I'd like
before
to
I
see.
record. But I'm not the only one. There are other people that, have to dress comfortably and, if your feet get cold, you wear your big thick socks and, Okay. I have 5 minutes and then I need to step out of here.
Okay.
But
Very shy.
everybody else is going to be sticking around.
Well, it's good to hear from you again. It's been a while.
It has been. So, do you say that you write?
Yes.
Do you write all of your stories, or are they?
No.
Or do you get some?
I've probably written about a third of the ones that you've heard on the show since over the last 2 years.
Okay. So, do you have fans, or do you go looking for them? The stories, I mean.
Some of them are submitted to me. Like, one of the coolest examples is when a coworker was showing us pictures of a burst pipe that she had in her bathroom. And I'm looking at these pictures of this hole in the wall, and I'm thinking, what if people lived in the walls? And that gave birth to the series of stories that I've put up there about the people living in the walls.
One day, after I arrived home from school, I immediately started digging. What started as a tiny crack, just a little crack in my bedroom wall, was now a gaping hole in my wall that led to the darkness that seemed to go farther than could be possible. The hole was now big enough for me to put my whole head through and look around. And so, I did. And what I found inside were the frail, pale, blind people who live inside the walls.
Who is it?
Who has
Hello?
come?
Could it be
It must be
someone
God.
God?
It's God.
Someone came at
Bless
last.
the light.
A light?
Yeah. There's people in the fucking walls.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of writing, as you just explained with that, there's people on the walls.
Yeah.
So would you say that when it comes to your writing that a lot of what you write is influenced either by yourself, an event, or someone else?
Yeah, I'd say like 90 to 100% of it is. There's little Easter eggs in all of my stories for people that have known me since the beginning. You know, like people will see their names, you know, they'll see themselves named after certain characters, or other characters are amalgamations of people, and they'll say things that those people have said to me or around me. Like how the saying goes, anything you can and anything you say can and will be used in a story. So yeah, like a lot of those things, yeah, 90 to 100% are kind of based on things that have actually happened, you know, just embellished for the sake of good storytelling.
So has there ever been an incident that at the moment may not have come across to you as creepy or unsettling until you went to write it?
Maybe. I don't know. Like there was this one time during this time in my life when I was on the streets, and there was a homeless lady, and she just freaked out all of a sudden and started yelling about hospitals putting needles in her and stealing her secrets, and how she couldn't eat cold food no more. And that gave birth to the cold food stories, Cold Food 1 and Cold Food 2.
The day after it happened, I felt no guilt, no remorse. I was just numb. I started walking. No destination, just walking through a mass of people living their lives. No one cared about my blood-stained clothes. Probably thought it was my blood, and if it was, good riddance to me. One less asshole begging for scraps and driving down the value of the neighborhood. Down. I ended up in the subway, sitting, think about how easy it would be to just step off that platform and into the path of the next train. It would amount to a temporary inconvenience, an hour or so, maybe. The money slows down, but it don't never stop.
And that happened, oh my God, like decades ago.
I still need to listen to those.
Yeah, me too. Out of all everything that you have written, is there one in particular that you're most fond of and would like to see another narrator narrate if they haven't already?
Well, the story that started it all was Beast, and I gave that to Shadow Queen. Shout out to Shadow Queen. Just because I liked her voice. She had this nice Australian accent, just the golden voice.
The sun arose, sweeping away the darkness of the long night before and blanketing the isolated outpost in soft yellow light. Rejuvenation filled the entirety of every living thing within the reinforced walls. For some, the outpost was all they had ever known of the world. For everyone else, it was a sanctuary from what the surrounding flora mercifully concealed. Laurie awoke from uneasy reverie, thanks to her alarm clock. She was relieved to be safe in the comfort of her own bed. The sounds of birds singing outside her window gave her reason to smile, chasing away memories of the horrors she had dreamed. Sitting up, she stretched and yawned. leaving unnoticed strands of her blonde, poker-straight hair atop her pillow. Flinging the covers off and rolling out of bed, she inserts her feet snugly into slippers and donned her robe before unsteadily shuffling to the kitchen. There she brewed her daily cup of caffeinated comfort. She was a beast without coffee.
So she hit it out of the park. That was probably one of the best episodes of last year. The Halloween episode, Beast.
Shout out to Shadow Queen.
Thank you for watching, and just to let you know, there will be 2 more podcast episodes before the 2nd year anniversary special of The Scary Show. Thank you to everyone at Grave Matters and to all of you Scaries.